Did you know that the more you pretend to be someone that you're not, the more you create a reality that doesn't suit you? And who you are on the inside sometimes may be different from who you project yourself to be. And that's why it's very good for you to take your time to understand yourself as a person without the external noise that you get from the world. Because the world is very noisy. And if you don't try your very best to sit with yourself, to know who you are, you can get lost in the noise. And the worst thing that can happen, or maybe one of the worst things that could happen whilst you're lost in the noise, is living a life that you know you don't want to live, or you're not aligned to live, but just because you want to fit a criteria that the world has given to you, you sit in a box that is obviously not meant for you, or you've obviously outgrown, right? Just because you want to appear a certain way, because the world says you should, you hate yourself, you hide the real you because you want to be someone that you are not. And when you don't do shadow work, when you don't confront parts of you that you have hidden, sometimes from childhood, sometimes, from a long time ago, parts of you that you have buried because you feel like they don't align with the status quo that the world has given to you, when you don't confront those parts, they get very, very uncomfortable. It gets uncomfortable because you yourself, you wouldn't be comfortable in your skin, because you always feel this sense of hypocrisy. You would always feel this sense of pretense. You would never feel like yourself, and you would never fully be yourself, and you would never fully attract what you deserve because you are not aligned in your own self. Do you understand? So it's very, very important. It's very, very important to take time to sit with yourself, understand your triggers, understand the parts of you that you have buried, and accept them. You're not supposed to run from them. You're not supposed to fight them either. I do not really stay with the status quo of, you have to fight your demons. You don't fight your demons. You make peace with them, and you make them work for you. But that's another topic, right? But when you are able to do that, that's called alchemizing. That's being able to turn what is pain, what is dark, into power. And all my life, I have alchemized everything, good or bad, that has come my way. Mostly bad, actually. So if someone actually doesn't understand how alchemy works, they think that when energy, even if it's bad energy that's thrown to you, you think it's really bad. But then energy is energy. We as humans give the concept of good and bad. And so even when it comes to characteristics, we as humans gave the concept of what is a good character and what is a bad character. That's the truth. So whatever you have, whether the society says this is good or it is bad, you need to understand yourself and you need to work with it. You don't fight it. You don't fight yourself. If not, you're never going to find peace internally. And when you don't have internal peace, the world is going to reflect how you are inside. So it's very important. And sometimes people need to be guided through this because they're not really able to name these things. Sometimes you feel this part of you, or sometimes you're not even able to see it. And if you can't see what you're fighting is not the word. If you can't see what you're trying to align with, if you can't see what you're trying to incorporate, then you can't incorporate it. So you need to name it. You need to find it. You can't do anything blind, right? And so this is why shadow work is important, and this is why I am here. So, if you feel like this aligns with you and you really want to be able to understand yourself, accept your demons, and work with what it tells you about yourself, not fight yourself all the time, click the link in my bio. There is a form that allows you to book either a discovery call or a one-on-one session with me. And yeah, trust me, you're going to love yourself more